Tigers are back home for
Your pitcher, number 3, Breckinridge.
Play is a rival from the north, the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers. And a good evening here and welcome to Grayson County High School for tonight's coverage of Lady Cougar softball on K105 Digital Productions. It is not quite as chilly as the last time we were here, but we've got a great matchup here between two region rivals and two old rivals here, Grayson County and Breckinridge County. It looks like they're going to step aside and take the national anthem, so we'll take a break and come back with more as this is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where it is the Lady Cougars of Grayson County and the Lady Tigers of Breckinridge County about ready to get underway. It's starting a little bit early here today. Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Lady Tigers of Breckinridge County. Leading off and playing center field is Abby Dutton. The two-hole hitter will be the catcher, Olivia Dennis. Batting third at third base is Ashlyn White. The cleanup hitter will be the first baseman, Skylar Henderson. Batting fifth at second base is Hadley Bowman. The six-hole hitter will be the shortstop, Raylan Atkinson. Batting seventh in right field is Josie Mitchum. The eight-hole hitter will be the left fielder, Jada Lucas. And batting ninth in pitching is Kaylee Ball. Starting lineup for Grayson County. Kayla Tubb will lead off in center field. Shelby Davis bats second at short. Hannah Franklin at second. Addie Bratcher at first. Inslee Sharts are the designated hitter. Kinsley Chambers behind the plate. Ellie Bratcher starting. Bree Jones at third. And Cassidy Chaffins will be the right fielder to round out the order. As it's time for softball in Litchfield between the Grayson County Lady Cougars and the Lady Tigers of Breckinridge County. As here comes the opening pitch from Ellie Bratcher getting the start here today. Her second career start. Bratcher 3 games, 1-1 record with an ERA just above 7 in limited action. First pitch, ground ball, base hit left field to Abby Dupin. And Lady Tigers strike first with an early base hit. And a runner on first and nobody else. The lineup will go towards Olivia Dennis. Grayson County lost 10-7 last time out against Whitesville Trinity, as that moved their record to 1-2. Breckinridge County 0-2 on the season. Of course, this is just the second full week of the brand new year. Olivia Dennis to hit for the Lady Tigers. The first pitch to her is low. It bounces past the catcher Chambers, and the pass ball is going to advance the runner into scoring position, Dupin. Dennis this season for Breckinridge County is 6 for 7 with an RBI. She's off to a fast start last year. One of their top hitters as well. The wind of the pitch inside, it hits her on the left shoulder, and that is not the start that Grayson County wanted. Runners on first and second and nobody out here in the top of the first inning. And we are going to have, I believe, a courtesy runner. At least I thought that was going to be the case. Dustin White, the head coach, and here comes the courtesy runner. It'll be Ava Arms, the 7th grader. That will be the courtesy runner down at first base. Now batting will be Ashlyn White, the third baseman. White, leading returning offensive player, 355, 4 home runs last season, along with 30 runs batted in. She's 2 for 6 on the year with a pair of RBIs. She's looking to add to that RBI total here early on in this game here at Grayson County High School. First pitch from Bratcher is outside for ball number 1. Breckinridge County 0-2. They've lost to Owensboro Catholic, one of the favorites in the region, in their first game of the season, and then lost to Bullitt East in 8 innings by 1 run. Of course, Bullitt East was a team that Grayson County lost to in their first game of the year. Outside ball number 2. Now, how much can you read into similar opponents and common opponents? I don't know. It's even tougher when it comes to sports like baseball and softball because, I mean, it really is dependent on who they threw, what pitcher. So it's in the dirt, ball 3. Whereas in basketball and football, it can be a little bit more, you can get more of a direct answer to that. Bratcher's falling behind the count here, 3 balls and no strikes. Runners on first and second. Pitch coming. It's a cold strike on the inside corner. It's a good old 3-0 Leo. And that 3-0 pitch, that strike zone moves out just a little bit more. And Bratcher knew it and took advantage of it. The 3-1 coming from the 7th grader Ellie Bratcher is ripped foul down the third baseline. A lot of authority on that ball. It rolls all the way into the corner. Got to give Dustin White, the head coach for Breckinridge County, too, some props there as he was able to bounce out of the way of that one, making sure he didn't wear that one on the ankle. Full count, Bratcher's back in the at-bat. The 3-2 coming is a foul ball off the Lady Cougar dugout, and we'll do it one more time. Breckinridge County last season 15-19. They lost in the district semifinals. A tough one, 2-0 to Hancock County in those district semifinals. Hancock County, of course, one of the top teams in what is a really good third region for softball. Our home plate umpire looking to get the brush out to clean off the plate, and I think I couldn't get it out of his pocket. Took him an extra second, but we're good to go. Here comes the full count pitch one more time. Ellie Bratcher trying to get the first out of the inning. Pitch low and outside, and that will load the bases up for the cleanup hitter, Skylar Henderson. Henderson, the first baseman, 1 for 7 this year, the lefty. This is a huge opportunity for Ellie Bratcher, and if you're Breckinridge County, it's a huge opportunity for yourselves as well. Henderson, also a member of the soccer team and also the football team as well. Cold strike on the inside corner. Nice pitch by Bratcher. You can get that into a lefty consistently. That's the toughest pitch to hit as somebody who is left-handed. That pitch in on the hands is just tough to do something with. Again, in on the hands, foul ball down the first base line. Addie Bratcher went diving after that down at first, but it was off her glove and it was going foul anyways. Your defensive alignment for Grayson County: Jones at third, Davis at short, Franklin at second. Bratcher is at first. Kinsley Chambers behind the plate, and Ellie Bratcher is in the circle. Your outfield: Elizabeth Haycraft in left, Kayla Tubb in center, Cassidy Chaffins is dealing with that sun in right field. 1 ball, 2 strike, or it's here comes the pitch coming, and it's called strike 3. Down on strikes goes Henderson. And there's the first out of the inning, and that puts you in to this inning now. If you're in the circle and you're Ellie Bratcher, you've gotten your out. You built some of that confidence. The lineup goes towards Hadley Bowman, the second baseman. And the first pitch to Bowman is popped straight up in the infield and is going to be caught by Chambers behind the plate. Quickly up, got rid of the mask, and was able to grab it to help out her counterpart. And there's the second out of the inning. That's one of the toughest plays that a catcher can make for multiple reasons. For one, she's got the mask on, so she's got to rip the mask off and try and find it in the air in what is pretty much a split second. Raylan Atkinson will now hit. Bratcher trying to work out of a bases-loaded, nobody-out jam. And the first pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Atkinson on the season for Breckinridge County on the very young year is 1 for 6 with an RBI. Dupin is at third. Arms is at second. White is the runner at first base. Bratcher trying to work out of the jam. The pitch coming is inside. And that'll move the count here to 2 balls and no strikes. That probably would have been one that it's easy, again, and like I say this, I'll say it once at least every game. It's easy for us to say behind the plate, say you should have let that one hit you. It's easy for us to say that when it's not chilly outside and you don't want to wear a ball at any time, but that would have made it a 1-0 game. Pitch just misses outside, and the count moves to 3 balls and no strikes to Raylan Atkinson, the shortstop. Bratcher's already walked 1 in the inning and also hit a batter. The 3-0 coming from the 7th grader is inside, and that'll walk in a run. Breckinridge County leads 1-0. And timeout is called. J.R. Rack, assistant coach, is going to go out and chat with Ellie Bratcher now out at the mound, and he's bringing the entire infield in just to have a conversation and see what you can't do to get out of this inning, as Josie Mitchum will hit for Breckinridge County. Mitchum on the year 1 for 3, but that one hit for Mitchum was a home run against Bullitt East last week. She's got the power. It was a 2-run homer for her. And this conversation, probably a lot of it is, hey, take a deep breath. Like, yes, the inning didn't start the way you wanted, but then you fought back. Let's get back to what happened in those back-to-back at-bats to get the 2 outs. You struck somebody out, you struck the 4-hole hitter out, and then the 5-hole hitter, you got a little pop out. Let's get back to that. Josie Mitchum to hit. She steps into the box. The wind and the throw from Bratcher is outside for ball 1. Bratcher struggling to find the strike zone a little bit early. This will be pitch number 20. Only 42% of her pitches have gone for a strike early on in this game. 1-0. Inside. I just heard something that I mentioned a few seconds ago. The Breckinridge County dugout said, let it hit you if it comes in like that. Again, it's easy for us to say when we're not in the batter's box. Pop fly in the infield. Franklin's got it at second. That is the inning. Breckinridge County loads them up with nobody out, but only scores 1. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It is the Lady Tigers 1, and the Lady Cougs are coming up. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. Ellie Bratcher did a good job in that top half of the first inning, allowing only 1 run. After Breck loaded the bases with nobody out, allowed just 1. And I think for a young pitcher, Penny Reese, the head coach of Grayson, has to be happy with that. Just because, you want that pitcher to work through some of those early struggles, because listen, she's a 7th grader. She's going to find herself in situations like that in her career plenty of times. Even the best pitchers, even the greatest pitchers of all time in softball and in baseball, find themselves in situations like that. Kayla Tubb will lead off for Grayson. She's off to a great start this year, 6 for 12 to open up the season with 5 runs batted in as the leadoff hitter for Grayson County. And the first pitch, outside ball 1. As the pitcher today for Breckinridge County is Kaylee Ball. She got the start against Owensboro Catholic in their season opener. This year she's pitched in both of their games, 5 innings pitched, 8 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. They will also use Ashlyn White, who is the third baseman right now in the circle at times this year and in this game. Outside for ball number 2 to Kayla Tubb. Tubb has good speed, and we saw it a lot, especially late in the season, where she'd dribble that little bunt down the third base line and use her speed to beat it out. Pitch is low, and she's ahead in the count here, 3 balls and no strikes. Tubb, a good athlete. Think back to the end of the Edmonson County game where she made a diving play out in center field to clinch the victory for Grayson. The 3-0, called strike on the inside corner. And you could tell Kayla Tubb got the sign from Penny Reese that she wasn't swinging, even if that ball was set up on a tee for her. The 2-1. Inside, and Tubb works a leadoff walk for Grayson County's top hitter on the season, Shelby Davis. And this is exactly what you want. Shelby Davis, just a casual 8 for 12 this year with 2 home runs, a double, a triple, and 7 runs batted in 3 games. Just casual numbers, averaging pretty much just in RBI almost every other plate appearance. She's had an unbelievable start to this year. And the first pitch to her is low for ball number 1. Good secondary lead down there by Tubb to keep the catcher, Dennis, honest. Your infield lineup for Breckinridge County: White at third, Atkinson at short, Bowman at second, Henderson is the first baseman, Dennis the catcher, Ball is the starting pitcher. Slow ground ball to the shortstop, Atkinson. She'll go the short way to second to get 1, and they will get Tubb out there, but Davis does get in safely at first, so it'll just be a switch on the base paths and 1 down in the inning. That'll go 6-3 on the putout. And now Hannah Franklin, the 3-hole hitter, will get the opportunity. Made the switch from catcher to second base this year to give Kinsley Chambers the opportunity to get her bat in the lineup behind the dish. And Chambers done a good job as the 8th grader for Grayson. Franklin on the season. And his first pitch coming to her is outside for ball 1. Franklin this year, 182 average with a double, but is finding ways to get on base. 2 walks and 2 hit by pitches. She had the at-bat against Bullitt East that kind of sparked the rally for Grayson. A long, extended at-bat where she worked a walk. Pitch outside for ball 2. You got Davis down there at first base. Grayson has the early 2-0 deficit. Pitch coming. Called strike on the outside corner. That one just gets the outer edge. Davis toes into that box. The 2-1. Misses inside, and she's right where she wants him now at 3 balls and 1 strike to the junior Hannah Franklin. Big opportunity coming here for Grayson early on. Franklin looks in, the pitch, slow ground ball to the second baseman Bowman. She goes the short way to get 1. The relay is in time. Double play to get out of the inning. We're through 1 full. Breck leads Grayson 1-0. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. We head to the top of the second inning. It'll be 8-9-1 in the order for Breckinridge County as they have the 1-0 lead. Allie Bradshaw in for her second inning of work, and the first pitch, she took something off of that one. And Lucas swings over top of that. Jada Lucas this year for Breckinridge County. She scored one run on the year for the Lady Tigers. That's that pitch that Allie Bradshaw, if I'd go up and hit against her, she could throw that to me every single time. Lucas shows bunt, pops it straight up into the air. It bounces in between all three of the Lady Cougars infielders. Between Jones, Bradshaw, and Chambers, nobody gets it, and it's an infield hit. It'll now be the pitcher, Kaylee Ball, to try and help herself out. Ball, the starting pitcher, 0 for 1 this season. Not a lot of plate appearances at all. You've got Lucas down there at first. Breck pretty much in an identical position to where they were last inning. And that first pitch is a called strike on the inside corner. Popped straight up. Franklin goes back to the outer edge, but storming in to grab it is Tubb out in center. That's the first out of the inning. They throw it away on the infield. Advancing backside is Lucas, and that is going to be an error to advance the runner to second base. And that's a huge mistake for Grayson after they looked like they were going to get an out with no further damage. So it flies out to Tubb, and then Tubb gets the error to allow the runner Lucas to advance. Goes back to the top of the order to Abby Dupin, who saw one pitch in her last at-bat and lined it into left field. She sees one pitch this time, lines it into center field. Tubb has it. Does she make the catch? She does. She does. That's a double play. She gets it and throws over to second. That's the out. That's a double play, and that is the inning. As that one looked like Tubb might have bobbled it, but the umpire said that it was completed the catch. It was bang, bang, throwing on to second, and that is the inning. We head to the bottom of 2. It's Breck 1, Grayson 0. This is Grayson County Lady Cougar softball on K105. Addie Bradshaw will lead off here in this bottom of the second inning. Grayson trails Breck 1-0. Kaylee Ball back out for another inning of work. As Grayson, their lone base runner in that inning, was a walk. And then a double play ended the inning. First pitch for Ball is outside for ball 1. Addie Bradshaw on the year for Grayson County. .273 average with a pair of runs batted in and a double through 3 games on this very young season that still has a lot of softball left to play. Pitch is low for ball number 2, and she's right in here with a good hitter's count at 2 balls and no strikes. This Lady Cougar team has a lot of softball to play over these next couple of weeks, including a trip to Gulf Shores in southern Alabama to play some softball over spring break. Cold strike in there to Bradshaw, and Ball right back in there as a starting pitcher in the circle. Dustin White, the head coach for Breck, calling the pitch. Outside, cold strike. That was a really good pitch by Ball. She's got some speed when she throws that fastball outside. Well, that's the one thing with speed, is if you can make contact with it, it can go a long way. The break even is that little ephus that didn't get enough bend in on it, and it's outside, and 3 balls and 2 strikes here to the leadoff hitter, Addie Bradshaw. As Bratcher, big opportunity here to reach base for Grayson. The 3-2 is a slow ground ball in the hold of the shortstop Atkinson. She'll throw on to first, and that is the first out of the inning. 6-3 on the putout, and it'll be Ansley Schartzer to hit for Grayson. She's 2 for 7 with a pair of runs batted in. One of the lone lefties on this Grayson County team, and as a fellow lefty as well, there's obviously something special about when a lefty comes up. There's always be a little part of me that will always cheer for the lefties just a little bit more, just because there's few and far between for us. There's not many of us. First pitch to Schartzer is fouled off. Last time we were here, I guess it was just a little bit less than a week ago, last Tuesday. It was really cold. I think we were looking at temperatures around 38 at first pitch. It's not quite as bad here today. And it's when the sun starts to set, as Schartzer rips one into right field for a base hit. And she will beat it out easily. And Grayson County has their first hit of the game off the bat of Ansley Schartzer. And Kinsley Chambers, the 8th grader, will now get a chance to hit. So look down right now, they're saying, temperature at about 52. It's not too terrible. The wind is blowing, but luckily from our vantage point, we're blocked from that wind. So Chambers to hit, the catcher. This year, Chambers is 273 average with a run scored as the catcher. First pitch, she shows bunt, and it's a beauty. Right in front of the pitcher ball. She'll go the short way to get one. Chambers hustling down the line, though, and that will move a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. So the sacrifice bunt goes 1-3 on the putout. And Ellie Bratcher, the pitcher, will now try to help herself out. She's 1 for 9 on the year with a run batted in. No better time to try and put one in the gap and score Schartzer. The wind and the pitch coming is blooped foul over top of the head of the first base coach, J.R. Rack. That's one of those that it's almost second nature to try and put your hands up and catch that down there, and luckily he had his hands in his pockets. He won't go try and make an attempt on catching that to have an interference called down there, even though there's going to be no opportunity for a play on the ball regardless from Breck. The 0-1, swing and a miss. And the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes here to Ellie Bratcher. Ansley Schartzer stands down at second. Pitch coming outside. Good pitch, but it did run outside to that left-handed batter's box. And the count here is, umpire just said 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scoreboard has it as 1-2. I have it as 1-2. I think it's 1-2. Popped off right side out of play. Is that our first cow pasture shot of the game? It is not. Again, if you're a Breck County fan tuning in, if you're a Grayson County fan, you know we talk about it every broadcast. There's like a cow pasture over to the right side. And against Bullitt East, it was like every other pitch was going into the cow pasture. We've not had one yet today. That's the first one that came close. The 1-2. Slow grounder. Atkinson at short will throw on to first. The throw is high, but caught by Henderson to end the inning. We're through 2 full. Breck leads Grayson 1-0. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Top of the third inning we had. It is Breck leading Grayson 1-0. Back and forth game so far. And to lead off this inning will be Olivia Dennis for Breckinridge County. She was hit by a pitch in her first at bat. First pitch swinging is off to the right side, out of play. Dennis on the season for Breckinridge County, 6 for 7 with a run batted in. Off to a really great start for the junior. This Breckinridge County team has a couple of seniors, similar to Grayson, where it's, for the most part, a pretty young team. As you have Ball, Dupin, and Bowman are all seniors for Breck. For Grayson County, you got Mallory Lindsay, you also see in the circle at times, as one of the seniors, and then the other senior for Grayson is Shelby Davis. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. So both of these teams have really bright futures. Some of their young stars are some of their best players. But also, seniors that play a lot and do a lot. Especially for Grayson, in Davis and Lindsay. 2-1 coming from Bratcher. Pops straight up. Addie Bratcher has it read at first, and she makes it in foul territory for the first down of the inning. Ashlyn White will now hit. She is 0 for 0. She worked a walk in her last at bat. Ellie Bratcher, in the circle today for Grayson. Started off slow. It's fouled off behind the plate. And has really kind of gotten into it. As she had the bases loaded with nobody out. And as you can tell, is starting to find that rhythm, which is so important for a pitcher. It doesn't matter if you're in softball, if you're in baseball. Just finding that rhythm and getting into the game. And you can tell Bratcher's in it here. Just misses high. Ellie Bratcher winds and fires. Ground ball right to Addie Bratcher down at first. She'll take it herself, and that is the second out of the inning. It's not going to get much easier than that for Addie Bratcher to help out her sister Ellie. And now the lefty, Skylar Henderson, who struck out looking at her last at bat, will come in. Henderson struck out with the bases loaded and nobody out. Allowed for Ellie Bratcher to get out of the inning with only 1 run in. Popped up. Little blooper, foul. That was a long run for Bree Jones down that first base line, and she was not going to have a play on it. We'll do it one more time here. Got to give props, though, to the effort for Jones. That's a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Tubb will get it and throw in, and that is a 2-out rally potentially starting here for Breckinridge County on the base hit up the middle for Skylar Henderson. Hadley Bowman will now hit. She popped out in foul territory on a nice little play made by Kinsley Chambers in her last at bat. Bowman, as we mentioned, one of the 3 seniors for this Breckinridge County team. 2 down in the inning. Outside, off and running. The throwdown is not in time. It's a good throw there by Chambers, maybe just a little bit too late. If Chambers would have noticed that steal right away, I think Henderson down there at first might have been dead to the water. And the runner moves into scoring position for Bowman. Swing and a miss. Ellie Bratcher comes into the circle. Winding the pitch is high and inside for ball 2. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch to fight back. Ellie Bratcher. And the break even is coming here soon. Bratcher trying to get out of the inning. The break even is outside. She had one to play with, and off and running is Henderson, and she is out. Down there at third. She tried to catch the Lady Cougars napping, and they were not fooled at all. Bree Jones put down the tag, and that is the inning. We head to the bottom of 3. It's 1-0 Breck, as this is Grayson County Lady Cougar softball on K105. Bree Jones will lead off for Grayson here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Grayson trails. It'll be 8-9-1 in the order. Bree Jones on the year. The 7th grader has a hit, a run batted in, 2 walks, and 3 runs scored. In her first varsity action of her young career. And it's outside for ball 1. Of course, Jones had a really good basketball season as a 7th grader. You could tell that she's got a really bright future as one of the faces of the Lady Cougar softball team and as the Lady Cougar basketball team. She's one of the future point guards for Grayson. Inside 2 balls and no strikes. Of course, she's also the daughter of head football coach Brian Jones. And, of course, Brian Jones is one of the assistants for girls basketball alongside his wife and Bree's mom, Elena. The Jones family well-versed in Grayson County athletics. The 2-0 coming to Bree Jones is low, and she's ahead in the count here, 3 balls and no strikes. I know Bree's grandma always watches down in Florida. We'll give her a shout-out today. I know she's always locked in and watching anytime she can watch Bree play. Rio coming to Jones. Outside, and Bree Jones works a walk. Great start there for Jones to end up the inning, and Dustin White's going to call timeout, and he's going to go out and talk with his pitcher as there was something happened there. The umpire was saying something to the dugout in between those last pitches, and I really wasn't sure as to what was being said. As I was talking, and trying to surprise you, I was talking and couldn't pick up as to what the conversation was. And now the home plate umpire is talking with a member of the Breckinridge County coaching staff to try and clarify as to what he was saying. And obviously, whatever the conversation was, Dustin White probably then went out and is talking. I'm not sure if it was something that the catcher said, the pitcher said, if somebody said something, or if something was happening and it was just a warning. I don't know. I know that you got the rules and the circle and so on. I see here, in fact, right on cue, Bree's Nana and Pop are watching from Florida today. And we appreciate them always tuning in. I know they're always locked in and watching, and we appreciate them. And I know Bree does as well. They don't miss any of the action. It'll be Cassidy Chaffins to hit for Grayson. First pitch, bunt straight up in the air, and it is caught by the pitcher. Backside throwing to first, and Jones dives in ahead of the tag. It's bunted straight up into the air, and that was almost a bad collision between Ball and Henderson, and Jones slow to get up after the play on that dive in. Hopefully she is okay. Diving back into the bag, those are some of the plays that you never want to see. And sometimes those awkward slides, and hopefully Bree is okay down there at first base. J.R. Rack is talking, and trainer Scott is making a long run in. Luckily, there's also a baseball game happening today. And, looks like Bree's okay. She appears to be staying on first base. And I think Scott had already made his way pretty much all the way out onto the field, so he said that I think I'm just going to finish the walk just to see if she is okay. Because he had come from the left field corner Not sure where he was, but there's also a baseball game happening, so Scott is having to kind of split duty in between both softball and baseball. Luckily, he was here, and looks like Bree's okay, and Scott's going to go the short way out, one of the side dugouts. Back to the top of the order we head with one down here in the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Kayla Tubb. She worked a walk to lead off the first inning for Grayson. And it is a bunt for Tubb right in front of the plate, and there's going to be no play. Jones takes a hard turnaround second and an infield bunt hit, and the Lady Cougars are working here with one down in the bottom of the third. It's what Tubb got so good at last year, is dropping that little bunt down. And with her speed, especially if there's somebody on base, you just have to eat it on the infield for Breck. Shelby Davis to hit. She grounded into a fielder's choice in her first at bat. Big opportunity here for the Lady Cougars' best bat, who's already got a pair of home runs through 3 games this year. Pitch coming, swing and a miss, and that's probably one that Davis wants to have back. She's a little behind that, and you could tell it was one of those situations where you didn't realize it was quite as good until it was too late. I'm sure she's probably saying, hey, Kaylee Ball, throw that one to me one more time. 0-1 coming. It's a low pitch foul down that third base line. That was hugging the line, but did curl foul, bouncing just to the left of the third base bag. One down here in the bottom of the third inning. Grayson County trails Breckinridge County 1-0, as it was a walk scoring a run in the first inning after Breck loaded the bases with nobody out in the top of the first. Inside, just misses Davis. At first, I thought that one might have hit her on the left arm, but it must have just missed. Davis is signed to play college softball at Midway. Off to a very hot start. The 1-2 coming. Pop straight up, foul. It's probably one of those that we're lucky that they've added the net over top here, because that one might have gone in. There's about a 2.5-foot window that the ball can drop in and come towards us. We had that happen a couple of years ago, and it's not fun because usually we don't have all the hands because our hands are full to try and catch it, so we just have to kind of duck and cover. The 1-2 is lying into right center field. It's going to go all the way to the wall, and it'll easily plate one. A hard turn for Tubb around second. She'll stop at third, but the Lady Cougars have tied the game up at 1 on the double by Shelby Davis off the wall into right center field. The Lady Cougars needed a big hit, and they turned to their best bat in Davis. And it's a tie game at 1 here with one down in this third inning. And now Hannah Franklin will try to add to it for Grayson.
Now batting number 28, Hannah Franklin.
Franklin in her first at bat, grounded into a double play. You got Tubb at third, Davis is at second. Ball trying to work out of the jam, and timeout is called for Franklin. Looks like there was something in front of first base and cleaning up some of the field. Pitch coming, Franklin fouls it off, and that one is just shy of being a cow pasture shot down to that right side as it bounces right in front. There's a little fence, and you could tell that was on just the inside of the fence. Nobody's going to have to go fishing for that one later. Franklin trying to come away with a big hit here for Grayson. Pitch inside. Did it hit her or not? It does not. It comes through, and Tubb will slide in. And they throw it in. The ball hits Tubb. Davis took a hard turn. She thought about it. But the wild pitch plates one, and Grayson has the lead. Hannah Franklin looking down at Penny Reese as they clean off home plate. Penny Reese, the head coach for Grayson, her exact words to Hannah Franklin was, just put the ball in play. Doesn't matter what you do. You just want to find a way to get Shelby Davis in from third base and give yourself a 3-1 lead. The 1-1 coming. Low. And I like here what Davis is doing at third base. It's the veteran move down there at third where you just kind of take that extra secondary lead and just kind of stare at the catcher and say, you going to throw down and try and pick me off? And in a lot of ways, it gets into the catcher's mind there. It's like playing mind games on the base pass. You'll see players do that all the time. Called strike on the outside corner, and that'll even up the count here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Davis, the runner at third. Grayson has taken the 2-1 lead in this game. The break even coming from Ball is a slow grounder to first. Henderson will have to tag Franklin out, but it is going to do exactly what she needed because Davis will score, and it is 3-1 Grayson County. It's exactly what you did. I mean, it doesn't matter. You got the RBI, and you got the run to score for Grayson, and that in the long run is all that matters. As Addie Bratcher will now step in. Bratcher in her first at bat, grounded out to short. Nobody on now with 2 down in the inning. Bratcher ground ball short again. Atkinson will take it. She'll throw on, and that is the inning. But the Lady Cougars score 3 runs, and they take the 3-1 lead as we head to the 4th. This is Lady Cougar softball on K. Grayson County has their first lead of this game. They lead Breckinridge County 3-1. It'll be 5, 6, 7 in the order for the Lady Tigers. Ellie Bratcher didn't have the greatest start. Allowed 3 straight base runners to start the game, but has settled in very well for the 7th grader. And I think if you're Penny Reese, that's probably got to be the thing you're the happiest about. As a young player, didn't have the greatest start, but has fought back, and you wouldn't know it from the way she's thrown the ball since. First pitch to Bowman is outside for ball 1. Bowman popped out in foul territory in her first at-bat of this game. And that goes outside from Bratcher. Bratcher's thrown 42 pitches in this game, 52% for a strike. It's a tighter strike zone today, but it's been consistent. And like I always say, the best strike zone is a consistent one. She gets that one past Bowman on a swing and a miss. It doesn't matter necessarily, if it's tight one way or the other. As long as if a strike in the first inning is a strike in the 6th inning, it doesn't matter to me. Popped up, fly ball right side. It's a long run for Chaffins. In foul territory, she drops it. And it'll be a foul ball. That was a long run for Chaffins, and she has the tough job out there in right field of looking directly into the sun. As that sun is down that way, and she's looking right into it, and you're looking for a yellow ball and a yellow sun. The break even coming to Bowman. Called strike 3. Bratcher comes back, makes the big pitch on the outside corner, and that will be the first out of the inning. And listen, I'm sure if you ask Ellie Bratcher too, she might look at Chaffins later and say, hey, thanks for dropping because now I get the strikeout, which counts a little bit better for me in the strike zone. Raylan Atkinson will hit in her first at-bat. She worked a walk against Ellie Bratcher. Atkinson, the shortstop. She's had a busy day out in the field. A lot of balls hit to her, and the first pitch to her is outside for ball 1. Called strike. Good pitch there from Bratcher. A lot of noise coming from that Breckinridge County dugout, which as a coach you love, trying to cheer on your teammates when they're hitting. There's a bunt for Atkinson, and it hits her as she's leaving the batter's box. It's a good play there by Breckinridge. Now she's got it at one ball and 2 strikes. That's one of the positives that I have as a lefty, is that I wouldn't have that situation very easily because I don't have to run across the plate when I'm running down to first base. That's why everyone should be left-handed, right? Swing and a miss. Bratcher gets her second strikeout of the inning and second consecutive. And the lineup will now go towards Josie Mitchum. Mitchum in her first at-bat popped out to the second baseman, Franklin. And first pitch called strike on that outside corner. It's been consistently a strike right there. And it's one of the smartest things a pitcher can do is once you learn that spot in the strike zone, just keep peppering it. Keep peppering it until they hit it. That's popped off, and that one found there's little holes up behind the net here. Ever so slight, the ball can get through, and that was one of those that it found. I mean, it has to be perfect to fit through. We had that happen last year, and it came back and it hit us back behind the plate. The 0-2 coming, little eephus high and outside. That's a good pitch, though. You're ahead in the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Inside. Bratcher has struck out 2 in this inning. Pitch coming outside. She strikes out the side. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Grayson 3, Breck 1. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Ainsley Schartzer leads off the bottom of the 4th. Grayson County leading Breckinridge County 3-1. This game's moving along quick. We're at the 50-minute mark in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's one thing I like about softball. It really moves along. Baseball can sometimes take a little bit of time. And the first pitch to Schartzer is high over her head for ball 1. Schartzer in her first at-bat lined one into right field for a base hit. And she'll pop that one off, and it bounces pretty much off of every part of the rim, or every part of the net. It just bounces all the way around before rolling right to the catcher, Dennis, behind the plate. The 1-1 coming is fly deep to right field, and it's foul. But Schartzer really got a hold of that one. It's one that she could straighten that one up. That one might have landed on the track out there in right field. She really got a hold of that. The 1-2 to Schartzer is outside. That's one thing about Ainsley Schartzer. She's got a really good understanding of the strike zone, which is one of the most important things for a hitter. You got to know it, breathe it, and understand what all of those pitches are and where the strikes are going to be called. The break even to Schartzer is a fly ball left center field. Lucas curls over. She's not going to get there. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Schartzer rounds first. She's going to go into second, standing up. And a leadoff double for Grayson County here in the bottom of the fourth inning. She found that hole in that left center field gap. And the lefty goes opposite field. And Kinsley Chambers, Penny Reese is talking with our home plate umpire now about something, and Kinsley Chambers was standing right there, and she's getting ready to go into the batter's box, and Penny Reese said, no, this is just me and our home plate umpire for today's game. I wish I remembered his name. He does a lot of games. We have a pitch runner into the game for Grayson County. That'll be Elizabeth Haycraft to run for Schartzer down at second, and then what will happen is Schartzer will re-enter the game to hit. So you can do that here in this situation. Kinsley Chambers will hit. In her first at bat, she had the sacrifice bunt. Let's see if they do that same thing here, or if they're going to let Chambers swing away. In that game against Bullitt East, she ripped one down the left field line. She shows bunt here, lays it down, and it's a beauty right to third base. They'll throw down to first, and she does exactly her job. 2 at-bats for Kinsley Chambers and 2 sacrifice bunts. Ellie Bratcher will now hit. She is grounded out to shortstop in her 1 at-bat. Let's see if you might throw a little squeeze down here. I'm aggressive as a caller. I'm not sure, if you can put one down into that little gap in between pitcher and first, test out the speed of Haycraft. Bratcher swings and misses. She says, I don't need to bunt. I'll just send it into right center field. Easily scoring Haycraft. Grayson leads 4-1. That works as well. And the Lady Cougars have the lead now in this game. Timeout called. Dustin White going to come out and talk with his team. We've seen him make pitching changes, as both of his pitchers, Ashlyn White and the current pitcher, Kaylee Ball, pretty much split throwing, and that appears to be what they're going to do. We're going to have a pitching change, so we'll take a break and let them warm up and have more after this. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. The new pitcher is Ashlyn White. There's a new third baseman in the game. We're going to try and get her number as well as this goes. Jones shows bunt, pops it straight up, but it's going to bounce, and Jones going to have an easy bunt hit. Dupin is now at third base. Bree Jones makes the play. Lucas has moved to center. And the left fielder right now is Mitchum. And there's a new right fielder into the game that will try to bring you there, but a bunt hit for Bree Jones. On the bunt single. And it'll be Cassidy Chaffins now to hit. She popped out on a bunt and her last at bat. There's one down here in this inning, at least by my count. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one and fooled Chaffins, as whoever is out in right field is wearing a jacket over her number, so we have no way of knowing what number she is. Which I don't blame her. It's chilly out here right now. Chaffins shows bunt, pops it straight up behind the plate, and the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Four to 1, Grayson leads. Standing in the on-deck circle is Kayla Tubb, the 9-hole hitter Chaffins. Pitch coming, swing and a miss. Chaffins down on strikes. So White took something off of that one, and that'll be Kayla Tubb to hit for Grayson. Tubb 1 for 1 in the game. She's walked, and she had a bunt single. Let's see if Reese maybe will do the same thing here. I mean, a bunt single, especially third base Dupin is playing way back down there at third. I'm calling a bunt here. And then give Davis an opportunity with the bases loaded. Tubb takes a swing at that and does foul it off. And it's no balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 coming. Took something off of that one, fools Tubb. White's got that changeup working. Grayson has runners on first and second. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Tubb down on strikes, but the Lady Cougars plate 1 run on 3 hits, and we're through 4 full. Grayson leads 4 to 1. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Four to 1, Grayson leads here at the top of the 5th inning, and to lead off this inning will be the center fielder, Jada Lucas. Lucas had a bunt single in her first at bat. Grayson leads 4 to 1. Ellie Bratcher, her line so far in the game: 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a hit by pitch. She's been really good after allowing the first 3 base runners to reach. The first pitch is outside for ball 1. Just missed on that outside corner. Pitch coming, just misses again outside. Ball 1, or ball 2 rather, to the center fielder, the sophomore Jada Lucas. She had her first hit of the season last time. It's 2 balls and no strikes is the count. And she went around, called strike, swing and a miss, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. No, it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. I thought that there was a. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. I don't know where I was looking at. That's what I get for a Monday evening at this time. Here comes the 1-2. Inside, Lucas watches that one go in. That one ran just a little bit too far into that inside batter's box. The sun begins to set. Pitch just misses again. When Bratcher's missed, she's just missing. That's a good thing if you're Grayson. Penny Reese, the head coach for Grayson, pops her head out of the dugout and is coaching him up. Outfield shaded over for her to go opposite field. Pops straight up, and that'll go out of play. That almost landed in the trash can. In fact, I think I moved that trash can earlier trying to get a camera set up a little bit earlier. If I'd have moved that not quite as far, that one would have landed right in the trash can. And somebody would have had to go fishing that one out. 3 balls, 2 strikes, top of the 5th inning. To Jada Lucas. And it just misses outside. Penny Reese didn't agree with the call. But I'll tell you this. It was outside. It was a good call. It was a good call. I thought so. I thought it was a little outside. And now it is the player that left the game. We were trying to figure out who it was. Delaney Hornet, I believe, is the player that is hitting for Breckinridge County right now. And she'll foul one off almost to the soccer field behind us. So I believe it is Hornet that is in right field. We were trying to figure that out earlier. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner Lucas is on first base. Pitch outside. The 2-1 coming. Pop straight up behind the plate and out of play. Back in it here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As we do believe it is number 21, Delaney Hornet hitting. I believe that is 21. 21's on her helmet, which doesn't always mean anything, as her jersey is being covered by a, and now he's asking, I think he's asking the same thing I was wondering is, what number are you? So it is 21 Hornet that is hitting. That's the downside to when somebody's wearing the windbreaker out there, is you can't tell what number she is. She's got it on there, but the hood and her ponytail covers it, so you can't really tell. The break even. Fly ball left field. Haycraft has it red and will snag it, and that is going to be an easy double play. They're just going to have to tag her and go back to first, and that is a double play, 2 outs in the inning. As Lucas was caught napping on the base paths, and that will be a 7-4-3 on the double play. So 2 down in the inning. And it'll be the leadoff hitter, Abby Dupin. First pitch swing is fouled off right side out of play. Dupin today 1 for 2. She lined into a double play and singled into left. As Ellie Bratcher was waiting for the ball that was, as one of her teammates went and grabbed that one from foul territory, and the umpire was waiting to throw her a new one, and I think Ellie Bratcher was saying, no, I liked how that one felt. And you see sometimes pictures, you never know what the ball could feel like. Fly ball left to right field. Chaffins has it snagged, and that is the inning. We head to the bottom of 5. Grayson leads 4-1. This is Lady Cougar softball on K. Head to the bottom of the fifth. Grayson County 4, Breckinridge County 1. It'll be Shelby Davis to lead off for the Lady Cougars. 2-3-5 in the order. Davis 1 for 2. Her last one, she ripped off the right center field wall. She's just been hitting the ball left and right to start off this year. Let's see what they'll do here. She's getting her first chance to look at Ashlyn White. And that pitch is low. Closing the book on the Breckinridge County starting pitcher, Kaylee Ball. 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts. White coming in relief in that last inning. 1-0 comes. Is ripped foul, and Davis almost takes Hannah Franklin out in the on-deck circle. Franklin had to show off some good feet out there. I want to say that her dad taught her everything that she knows on some of that footwork down there in the on-deck circle. I know he's sitting in one of the pods out in straightaway center field. I think he said he's locked in and listening from out there as well. So usually it's about a 45-second delay, so we might be seeing a thumbs up from him here soon enough. Called strike of the knees to to Davis, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 coming is ripped. It was high, and it is fouled down that line. And one of our very distinguished camera operators, Trey Cook, was down there, and you might have to check, does he still have a head? I'm not sure. That one was headed directly towards him. I believe he does. Here comes the 1-2. High, and again, I give any softball player all the credit in the world for being able to hold off of that one, because that's one that I would swing out of my shoes of every single time. It's that little ephus. Here comes the break even to Davis. Fouls that one off behind the plate. Smacks off the top of the press box behind us. We had to be careful there, as that press box does have a roof. That could have come down there, and that would have been not great for us to land right on top of us behind the plate. Had to guard the equipment. The break even. Outside. Davis fighting back here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Ashlyn White, the pitcher. The 8th pitch of the at-bat to Davis. Is a swing and a miss. Davis goes down on strikes. And Davis now immediately goes over to her teammate, Hannah Franklin. And I like that. Clearly Davis saw something in the at-bat and is telling Hannah Franklin whatever she saw. Could have been anything. Could have been what she heard, what she saw, or something, saying, or, hey, that she, when she throws that little ephus, she shakes her hand or something like that. She's got a tick in the glove, and sometimes, experienced players can pick up on those little ticks that pitchers will have. I mean, you've seen that a lot, especially in Major League Baseball, where pitchers will get into the routine of throwing certain things at certain times, and they'll shake the glove once on a fastball but twice on a changeup, and they don't even realize that they're doing it, but the hitters are smart enough to pick up on it. And fouled off there is Franklin. And obviously Davis saw something and told Hannah Franklin exactly what she saw. The 1-1 to Franklin. Takes something off of that one, fools Franklin behind the plate. Ashlyn White's coming in and throwing strikes. White started against Bullitt East, scored 7 innings, allowed 8 runs, 7 strikeouts, 5 walks this season. Entering the game last year, had a 4.18 ERA. Outside. White is the junior for this Lady Tiger program. Here comes the break even to Franklin. The line in the pitch. Down on strikes goes Franklin. And the lineup now flips towards Addie Bratcher. Bratcher 0 for 2 in the game. She's grounded out to shortstop twice.
Now batting number 7, Addie Bratcher.
Lady Cougars trailed 1-0 early on in this game, but have since scored runs in their last 2 innings, including a 3 spot in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to Bratcher is outside, ball 1. Chilly night here at the Grayson County softball field. This place will be the host of the 3rd region tournament this year. 1-0 to Bratcher. That was right down Broadway for a called strike. Over on the other side of campus at Don Lee Field, the Cougar baseball team's taking on Hancock County today. The 1-1. High, and it'll come right back there to us, and thank goodness for the net. It's one of those we had to be ready for. I like it. It's that second nature to put the hand up, to act like you're going to catch it. Even though that we both have the net, both myself and our director, Alex Cook, tonight, both stuck up our hand like we were going to catch it. For one, we both know neither one of us would have caught it. I mean, we would have definitely probably come back and hit one of us in the face. Bratcher falls that one back, and that one definitely came back and hit. And I think Alex Cook, our director tonight, I was just joking that last one that came to us was very slow. That one, though, Alex might need to go home and change after that. Here comes the break even. As that one went right back almost into his face. Fly ball by Bratcher into deep left field. That one is foul ball. Just misses it down the left field line. It was foul, but that was really close to a home run by Addie Bratcher. Really, really close. Bratcher got a hold of that one. Let's see what she'll do here on the break even. Pitch called strike 3. Bratcher is down on strikes. We are through 5 full, and it is Breck leading Grayson 4-1, or Grayson leading Breck 4-1. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Top of the 6th inning, we are. Grayson County leads Breckinridge County 4-1. Ellie Bratcher in for another inning of work. She's been really good here today. And it'll be 2, 3, 4 in the order. And a leadoff from Breckinridge County is Olivia Dennis. Dennis in the game, hit by a pitch and popped out to the first baseman, Addie Bratcher. Swinging that red bat in the air, and the first pitch from Ellie Bratcher is a fly ball right field. Chaffins has it red, and that's the first out of the inning. Right field becomes a lot easier to play at this time of night than it was when Chaffins misplayed a ball out earlier on in the game. As that one, she now no longer has to look into that sun. It makes it a whole lot easier when you're looking for a white ball in a a bluish dark sky compared to right into that sun. Ashlyn White, the pitcher. She's walked and grounded out to first. There's a fly ball again. Long run for Franklin. She makes the play. Great play by Franklin over to the right side. That's 2 pitches, 2 outs for Grayson. It was a long run for the second baseman, Franklin. She was going to be the only play that was going to have a play on it. And now Skylar Henderson. She singled right up the middle and struck out looking in this game. Bratcher trying to go for the good old 1-2-3 inning, and it's outside for ball 1. That might have been one of those situations, too, where Dustin White will call off and say no swing on that. You don't ever want to have a pitch, just 1-2-3 on 3 pitches. 0-1. Line to Shelby Davis. 4 pitches works as well. We head to the bottom of 6. Grayson leads 4-1. Lady Cougar softball on K105. Bottom of 6. We head here at Grayson County High School. Been a great game. 4-1. Lady Cougars lead. As it'll be Schartzer to lead off for Grayson. Chambers Bratcher will go here in this inning. Ansley Schartzer 2 for 2 with a single and a double. And that double, she ripped into the left center field gap. Ashlyn White back into pitch for Breckinridge County, and Lady Cougars have struggled to figure out White. She struck out 5 batters. All 5. And 5 of the 6 batters she's faced, she's put down on strikes. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1 as White entered this game with 7 strikeouts in 7 innings. The Lady Cougar struggling to read what White's throwing out there on the mound. She's done a good job mixing and matching her speeds of throwing both fast and slow. The 1-0. Fools Schartzer, and it's a swing and a miss outside. Here comes the 1-1. Again, Schartzer swings at one she probably like to have back. And the count here goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. They do the numerical sign. Does Dustin White to the pitcher, and that's fouled off behind the plate. Rolls all the way down the net and right back to the home plate umpire. Keeping everybody on our toes behind the plate today. Schartzer toes into that left-handed batter's box. Not a lot of people make residency in there. And she just gets enough of that one to foul it off, and that one this time rolls all the way up. And Dustin White, he's going to get his name in there and grab the ball and throw it on up there. Schartzer staying alive in this at-bat. Waiting for her pitch. The 1-2 to Schartzer is a ground ball through the legs of Dupin down at third, and Ansley Schartzer will reach base for the 3rd time in this game. Reaches base on the error, and looks like we might have a runner in for Grayson. Kinsley Chambers will hit for the Lady Cougars. Chambers is 0 for 0 with a pair of sacrifices. So we have a pinch runner.
Now batting number
It'll be Elizabeth Haycraft.
Kinsley Chambers.
And Kinsley Chambers to hit. Again, she's 0 for 0 today with a pair of sacrifices. And you got to imagine that it's probably exactly what she's going to be doing here. Our umpire putting on his gloves, putting on his mask, and we're ready to roll. Showing bunt is Chambers. She lays it down again. Turn, throw down to first, and Kinsley Chambers, 3 at-bats, 3 sacrifices. It's exactly what you want. I mean, she's done her job every single time she's been up. Haycraft advances to second. And now it'll be Ellie Brancher to hit, and her last at-bat, she singled into right field to plate a run. Helping out herself. She's been really good in the circle this evening as well. Grove Street Party starts playing for her. She's going to try and make it a party with another RBI. 4-1, Grayson leads, and she pops that behind the plate. That one just kind of dies right back there. Dennis, the catcher, goes up, picks it up, and throws back down to the pitcher. Grayson trailed 1-0 early on in this game after Breck had the first 3 runners reach with nobody out. And since that point, Ellie Bratcher has been pretty much spectacular in that order. Trying to add some insurance here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Bratcher swings and misses there. Standing in the on-deck circle is Bree Jones, the third baseman. The 0-2 coming to Ellie Bratcher. Outside. Checking in for the sign. Here comes the pitch from Ashlyn White. Down on strikes, advancing is Haycraft sliding in ahead of the tag. She'll advance to third. Bratcher is down on strikes, and Bree Jones will come up to try and plate some insurance run. Jones in this game has walked and had a bunt single. 2 down here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Grayson looking for some insurance to add to their 4-1 lead. Line in the pitch is a cold strike at the knees. It was good to see Jones had kind of an awkward slide back into first early on in this game, and a little slow to get up. Appears that she is okay, though. It's a good sign. Sometimes on those slides, the awkward slides can really have some of the weirder injuries. There's swing and a miss, but it appears that she's okay. One of the star young athletes of this Grayson County team. The 0-2 coming with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The wind and the pitch. Outside, good eye by Jones to let that one go by. For Breckinridge County, they will have 5, 6, 7 in the order. Outside, and that'll move the count here to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it'll be Hadley Bowman to lead off here in this next inning for Breckinridge County, but with a runner standing on third, Grayson trying to make it a 5-1 game, and it'll have to go from the 7th grader Bree Jones. The break even coming to Jones is popped straight up behind the plate and out of play. So that one looked like it was going to roll all the way. As it rolled, almost looked like it was going to roll towards us behind the plate, and then it looked like it was going to roll all the way back and go back into play. And then it just kind of stops, and it's just sitting up there by itself, up there at the net above the plate. Here comes the 2-2. One more time to Bree Jones. Down on strikes goes Jones. We're through 6 full. Grayson leads Breck 4-1. The Lady Cougs will try to close it out after this. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Grayson County looking to close this one out and pick up the win as we're in the top of the 7th inning. They lead Breckinridge County 4-1. It'll be 5, 6, 7 in the order for the Lady Tigers, Bowman, Atkinson, and Mitchum. Against Ellie Bratcher. Bratcher's line so far in the game, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts, along with a hit by pitch. She's been very good today. She's kept the Lady Tigers off balance. She's going to try and close this one out for her 2nd career win. And the first pitch is right back up the middle off the glove of Bratcher to Franklin at second. She'll throw on, and it is a bang-bang play, safe down at first. Really close play. Bowman hustling all the way down the line, and Breckinridge County is their leadoff runner on. Raylan Atkinson is scheduled to hit, but it doesn't appear that she will be. We're going to have a runner in here down at first. It's going to be Mallory Lucas, the 7th grader, will be the runner at first base. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter as well in for Raylan Atkinson. Atkinson in the game has walked and struck out. So Hockenberry will hit. Natalie Hockenberry. She scored 2 runs on the season. And you got to imagine here, you're down 3 runs. You're in interesting situations here of, do you bunt? Are you really willing to give up an out here at this situation or not? So it's Natalie Hockenberry to hit for Breckinridge County. Ellie Bratcher, the pitcher. Lucas is the runner down at first as the runner. And she came in place of Bowman. Outside ball 1 there from Bratcher. Lady Cougars looking to close out this game. Pick up their 2nd win of the season. They defeated Owensboro last week. Fell to Whitesville Trinity and to Bullitt East as well last week. Outside ball 2. The 2-0. There's a called strike right down Broadway from Bratcher. Real good pitch there from the 7th grader to get into the at-bat. You've gotten your strike. Now you're in it. See what you can't do. The 2-1. Low. Good eye there by Hockenberry behind the plate, and 3 balls, 1 strike. Dustin White talked to Hockenberry, and his exact words were, if you like it, drive it. And she likes it, but she fouls it off. There's another example of why we're very thankful to have the net behind us. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Will they start the runner Lucas down at first? I think I would. They do not, and it's outside, and you've got runners on 1st and 2nd with nobody out here in this top of the 7th inning. Josie Mitchum comes in to hit for Breckinridge County. She's 0 for 2. She struck out and popped out. And now, re-entering the game is Atkinson to run at first. So Hockenberry hits for Atkinson, and Atkinson runs on to first base. You got runners on 1st and 2nd. This is where your lineup card can get kind of messy down there. So it'd be Josie Mitchum though to hit. Mitchum, in their last game against Bullitt East, did hit a home run. She right now is the tying run at home plate. The pitch from Bratcher, outside ball 1. A lot of noise coming to that Breckinridge County dugout trying to cheer their team on. Pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. Now the biggest thing here, if you are Ellie Bratcher in the circle right now, is that the runner on 1st and the runner on 2nd mean nothing. It doesn't matter if you win this game 4-1 or 4-3. As long as the runner who is in the box right now, if Mitchum doesn't cross the plate, you're fine. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Bratcher, fooling Mitchum at the plate. She's in this at bat here at 1-2 strikes. Standing in the on-deck circle is the center fielder, Jada Lucas. The 1-2 coming from Ellie Bratcher is a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. One down here in the inning. Jada Lucas in to hit for Breckinridge County. Lucas, 1 for 1. She's walked
Number 24, Lucas.
and had a little bloop hit that kind of died in the infield. One down here in the top of the 7th inning. 4-1, Grayson has the lead. Pitch called, strike at the knees. Harned stands in the on-deck circle for the Lady Tigers. Lady Cougars shading in on the infield. Pitch inside, called strike. Bratcher coming back in this at bat to make it 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 from Ellie Bratcher. Fouled into the Breckinridge County dugout, and we'll do it one more time. One down here in this top of the 7th inning. Grayson looking for their second win of the season. The wind and the pitch is a fly ball blooped into left field, and it is going to drop in front of Haycraft. They're going to round a runner coming home. The throw home, and she is dead out at home. Great play by Haycraft firing in. The runner, Lucas, was sent home by the coach and probably should not have been because she was out by 3 or 4 steps, and the Lady Tigers are down to their final out. Haycraft did a great job keeping that ball in front of her. Advancing backside were both of the runners, though. So you got 2 runners in scoring position with 2 down for Delaney Harned. Harned flew out in a double play in her last at bat. 2 down. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Harned fooled. And again, like I was saying, Grayson's paying a lot of attention to the runner at third, Atkinson. I don't pay any attention to her at all. She means nothing out on the plate. The only person that matters right now is Harned, and she'll do a little ground ball. Davis at shortstop's got it, throws on to first, and overthrows the runner. 1 run's going to score. Here comes the second. The error on the throwing error by Davis keeps the runner on first, and this is where things get a little bit interesting. The throwing error plates 2, and it is 4-3. Penny Reese going to come out and talk to her team now with 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning, and Abby Dupin coming in to hit. Let's see if we might have another runner down there at first for Harned. The throwing error by Davis plates 2 runners. It is 4-3 here in the top of the 7th inning. Lady Cougars trying to close this one out for their second win of the season. Penny Reese talking with her team. They've broken it. And here we come in. Abby Dupin 1 for 3 in the game. She's lined out to right, out in a double play, and single to left. She sent one to all 3 outfield positions in this game. She's the go-ahead run. The tying run, Harned, is at first. 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch, outside, ball 1. It's consistently been a ball all game, and it probably is a ball. I think our home plate umpire has been very consistent tonight. That's all you can ask for from the umpire. Here comes the pitch from Bratcher. Low for ball 2. Standing in the on-deck circle is the catcher, Dennis. Lady Cougars trailed 1-0 in the first inning. Got out to a 4-1 lead. They lead 4-3 right now. Line drive. Davis catches it. That's the ball game. Lady Cougars win the game. Davis redeems herself, going down to the knee to grab it. And Grayson County wins by a final score of 4-3 against Breckinridge County to move to 2-2 on the season. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it up after this. Again, your final score, Grayson County 4, Breckinridge County 3. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Grayson County wins by a final score of 4-3 against Breckinridge County today. They're now 2-2 on the season. Your final line score for Breckinridge County: 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. For Grayson County, 4 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors. Your winning pitcher for today, Ellie Bratcher: 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them were earned, 5 strikeouts and 4 walks. The losses sounded to Kaylee Ball. She went 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks. Ashlyn White came in relief of Ball and was fantastic for Breckinridge County. 2 2/3 innings, 1 hit of 7 strikeout softball. Your RBIs today for Grayson County: Ellie Bratcher, Shelby Davis, and Hannah Franklin each have 1. Raylan Atkinson picked up the lone RBI for Breckinridge County. The Lady Cougars are now 2-2 on this very young season with a win against the rival from the north, Breckinridge County. They'll host Caverna tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. and then bringing in one of the Louisville schools on Thursday. They'll host Sacred Heart at 5:30 p.m. That'll wrap up our coverage here today from a chilly Grayson County High School as the JV games is getting ready to go along here in just a moment. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work today. Your camera operator was Trey Cook, and your director making his debut was Mr. Alex Cook. So it was 2 cooks here, and if Dennis Cook was here, I think the world would have exploded. So thankfully that didn't happen, because I'm not sure that we could have had 3 cooks on the same broadcast. That might have just, our minds might have blown if that would have happened. In fact, you know what, we'll even say happy birthday to Dennis Cook yesterday. He celebrated a birthday yesterday. So the father of both of these men that put on this broadcast today celebrated his 70th birthday yesterday. No, sorry, that's not what his son said. I was just making that up. I think he said he was 25 yesterday. That wraps up our broadcast. So for the Cooks, on a night where Grayson County comes back to defeat Breckinridge County by a final score of 4-3, this is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone.